Thank you, Mr. Minister. Good afternoon, everyone. Our discussions today focused on Europe's overall response to support the recovery and the implementation of the Recovery and Resilience Facility. As Minister already said, it will enter into force in a few days' time. While the pandemic continues to determine our outlook, the Commission's latest forecast shows that at last we are turning the corner in overcoming the economic crisis. It is still subject to high uncertainty and downside risks. Nonetheless, there are grounds for cautious optimism. Growth should resume in spring and gather momentum as vaccination campaigns advance, pressure on health systems start to subside, and containment measures ease. The EU economy should return to pre-pandemic GDP levels in 2022, earlier than previously forecast. In the meantime, we still have to contain the socio-economic fallout. This is no easy task, but this is where the Next Generation EU Recovery Package and its centrepiece, Recovery and Resilience Facility, will give further support, provided that its funds are well spent and go hand in hand with effective reforms. It opens up a unique chance to ensure a sustainable and inclusive recovery, so that Europe emerges more resilient from the crisis and better prepared for a green and digital future. The money needs to start to flow as soon as possible. The EU governments are now working to prepare their recovery and resilience plans and submit them to the Commission for assessment. With the regulation now approved, they can do so as of Friday. These national plans must address all or significant subset of challenges in the country-specific recommendations. They should set out how each country will contribute to the green and digital transitions, and they should strike a proper balance between reforms and investments. In parallel, the Commission is working hard to put all elements in place for the finalizing operations of Next Generation EU. This will be done through market funding of up to 750 billion euros in 2018 prices, or some 800 billion euros in current prices. This will make the Commission one of the biggest euro-denominated issuers on the level with the largest sovereigns. Commissioner Hahn informed ministers today about options we are considering to address the various aspects of this complex borrowing exercise. We expect to start borrowing the first issues under the Next Generation EU already this summer. However, this depends on all member states ratifying their own resources decision. 6 EU countries have already done so, and many are advanced in the process. I call on the remaining countries to ratify their own resources decision quickly, so that the Commission can start its borrowing program under the Next Generation EU. Ladies and gentlemen, the pandemic and its impact affect the whole world. We can only overcome it if all countries have enough capacity to do so. This is why ministers discussed today how to support the world's poorest countries, many of which are at high risk or in debt distress. We considered various actions in the context of our Global Recovery Initiative and within the context of the G20. These include extending the debt service suspension initiative, which the EU promotes in the G20 as a major achievement of multilateralism. Another idea is to support a new general allocation of IMF Special Drawing Rights to help provide much-needed liquidity for low-income countries. This would first have to be subject to a thorough analysis by the IMF. We also looked at the ways how low-income countries can enhance their capacity in tax policy and tax administration. Thank you, and I'm open for your questions and comments.
Thank you, Vice President. Indeed, we'll now open the floor to questions. As a reminder, please state who you are addressing your question to. Don't forget to turn on your camera and your mic. Tell us your name and which media you work for.